Hi everyone, I'm your host Jesse. It's great to see you. Hi. If you're new here, which a lot of you probably are watching this for the first time, this might be a bit weird for you. Currently in VRC, and I thought this is the best damn way to give you guys the best freaking content. And we're gonna go over games today. We're gonna go over retro games, and we're gonna go over what was my personal favorite ones growing up from being a child. Let's just get straight into it because I have so much I want to share with you, and these are my favorite Sega Mega Drive or Sega Genesis games if you live in the US. Um, that I really recommend if you haven't tried them. Some are quite a bit niche, some are more known. Again, you gotta remember these days there is a young generation coming through that may not have even played some of these. It's a bit of a mixture. And in general, this is like a test video for myself, really, to see how well this actually even does. So if you do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. So let's get straight into it. So my first game that I will straight up mention today is Ball Jacks.
Okay, so yes, what we're looking at now is ball jacks. So the aim of the game is, as you can see, we have 4 balls on the screen. The aim of the game is to simply get them onto your side. We're facing AI currently. I am in the orange, the AI is in the green. And this is the single player. So in single player, there's 5 different modes. And each mode, you get a different color bot that you're against, and the bot gets more difficult as 90 games are, well, as a lot of people may be aware, 90s games aren't easy at all. In some cases, this is one of them. Once you get to like level 4, level 5, it's quite difficult, but it's a very fun game, fun to pick up. And again, you can also change it so it's like your friend that could be playing as the opposition. So yeah, that's Ball Jacks in a nutshell. I hope someone picks it up and at least gives it a go.
So yes, in a nutshell, that is Jacks, and Jacks is, as we like to say, a little bit of alright. Yeah, it's a really, really great game. As I've just explained. Um, I can't really recommend it more, just for the fact of it just being something that is easy to pick up. It's easy to play. Um, it's something that you could literally just get a friend around and just play for probably like a few hours, especially because it's co-op as well, and it makes a really really big difference, not only for the single player aspect, but for again having a friend around. So that's Ball Jacks in a nutshell, and that brings us on to our next game, which is personally my absolute favorite game on this console, and that is Pirates of Dark Water. It is an absolutely outstanding, outstanding game. And honestly, I cannot recommend it so much again. Oh my god, the passion that I have for these games, like you will feel it. Um, in a nutshell, we'll just get right into it. Let's have a look at some of the gameplay right now. Let's go.
So, Pirates of Dark Water is a bit of a puzzle-solving game in a sense, in some aspects, as you have tasks such as finding keys, finding gold, um, while also defeating enemies, going through different traps. The bright side with this game as well is you can pick up to 3 heroes that you can play, as we just seen in the character select screen. As we can see now, we're just defeating a few enemies, and in the trees just there, that's one of the traps. So you could actually get damaged or fall off if that trap hits you. And as you can see, these are spread throughout the whole game really. And this is now the cathedral, and this is what I mean. We've just got a key now, and we're gonna open one of the doors. So there we go, that opens, and then we go on to the next bit. Again, a range of enemies. It's really fun, and I really highly recommend giving it a go, so please check it out.
So Pirates of Dark Water is a very different game from the other ones that we are showing today, and the main reason for this is because the cartridge itself is actually quite rare. Uh, the best way of putting it is, if you was to try and get this cartridge on something such as eBay, or any other site. There's quite a few in the UK, such as CEX. You would be looking at the price of roughly around $50 to $70 to just pick up just the cartridge for Pirates Dark Water, which is kind of ridiculous in a way. And there's a few reasons for this. The first reason is really because it's just a limited print in general of the cartridges. There aren't that many out there, which again inflates the price. The second reason is actually because of the game itself, and the Pirates Dark Water was actually a TV series that went on for I believe it was one series. But the biggest thing with this is it was actually done by the same people that done He-Man. But for whatever reason, Pirates of Dark Water actually it didn't kick off, I guess. I personally like it quite a lot. It's very, very good. It's a very good story. The games are top notch. I do know there's a second game. I believe it's for the is it SNES? I believe it's for the SNES. I'm hoping I'm right with that, but but yes, there is a second game of Pirates of Dark Water out there. That is a cheaper version, and the best way of describing that is a bit like Golden Axe, I believe, but we'll have to hopefully try it out someday. As for this version of the game, though, definitely rare to get. It says a cartridge is about $50-ish to get. If you're looking to get the whole thing in its box with the manual, the box quite good condition and the cartridge quite good condition, you are talking anywhere in the region of probably $300 to $700 for just the game, like complete. It's ridiculous. And if by chance you even have it sealed and you haven't even touched it, I would hate to think how much it would be. So anyway, so that is Pirates of Dark Water. Again, a frigging amazing game, and hats off to the people that made it back in the day. Like 10 out of 10. You couldn't do nothing better. So that moves us on to our next game, and our next game is a bit of a weird one, and I like it. I super like it. And it's gonna be like, oh, Jess, why? What are you doing? Why are you even bringing this game up? Well, I am. It's Pete Sampras Tennis, and I'm sorry.
So yes, here we are. We're in the game now. So in this game, there's a number of different players that you can actually play as. I think there's about 16 plus players. And there's also many different courts that you can play. So you can play, for example, here we're in London, we're playing on grass. But you can choose any court around the world, whether it's in France, whether it's clay court, whether it's a grass court. So there's a lot of variation that you can actually have in this game. And again, you can play with friends, or you can have a tournament mode. So definitely worth a pick up and a look at if you haven't seen it before.
Yes, that is Pete Sampras Tennis in a nutshell. It's a sports game. It's a bit of alright. It's an alright sports game. I already know there's gonna be like some viewer out there that's like, nah, you lost me at Pete Sampras Tennis. You completely lost me. What are you even thinking? Why am I thinking? Well, the thing is, it is a sports game. But the thing is, there aren't that many like top-notch ones. Yes, you could name like FIFA 95 or something on the lines of that, but this was a bit different. It had that competitiveness, but it didn't. For the time, again, you gotta think this come out like, I think it was like something like 97 or something like that for a tennis game. Codemasters was really, really good back in the day for stuff like this, and this is one thing that they kind of aced. A lot of people won't even know who Pete Sampras is. Don't worry, in 10 years' time, you won't even know who Andy Murray is. So anyway, moving on. So the next game that we're going to talk about is Columns. And why do I love Columns? Well, loads of people have played Columns in their day. Columns is bloody amazing. How can you not like Columns? You get 3 little things. It's like Puyo Puyo Tetris, but kind of like... the music's kind of lit. That's the bit. I feel like a fucking Zoomer saying that. Oh, that's pretty bad. Oh, Now I know how the Zoomers feel. Anyway. So the point being is that you get these 3 blocks, and they slowly come down, and you have to line them up, and it has to be like 3 or more of the same color, either diagonally, straight, sideways. And then now and then you will get like this extra special one that would like pop down and then destroy like all of the same block. This was really, really good back in the day. This was something that you could either buy as an individual game, or a lot of the time, Columns itself was actually bundled with Sega Mega Drives or Sega Genesis, as like a 6-in-1 game. So, for example, the cartridge, one of the cartridges that I have, it has like, for example, Sonic 1, Columns, Streets of Rage. It fitted in with like that, like big name kind of things. Now Columns has gone completely like quiet. I think we got like Columns 2 and Columns 3, but after that Columns just it just disappeared, like most games kind of did at this point. I mean, look at Streets of Rage 3, Golden Axe 3. We had lots of 3s. In other words, Sega was like Gaben, like Gabe Newell, before Gabe Newell was even Gabe Newell. Like, because Gabe doesn't understand what like the number 3 is. Sega doesn't understand what the number 4 is until this last year when Streets of Rage 4 come out. So it's kind of like that. That's the best way we could put it, really. But yeah, it's a great bloody game. And obviously it has a good bit of gameplay as well. Check it out. There you go.
So yes, looking at Columns, this is the first pages that you'll see when you actually log on to the game. And as you can see just here, there are 3 difficulties that you can pick. So you can pick easy, medium or hard, depending on how much experience you've previously had at the game. We're just picking easy today, just as general pick up and play really. And as you can see, it's exactly as I said, it's just matching up the colours of the blocks. Very simple, very easy, but actually very, very fun. And as you can see, some of the blocks are flashing as well, and that helps you if you are new to the game. So yeah, that's Columns.
So everyone, yes, that is Columns again. Great game again. Can't highly recommend it enough. So let's move straight on to the next game, because obviously we've talked about that Columns game quite a bit now. So yes, the next game that we're going to talk about is, again, we got to think of, we do have a younger generation coming through. So if you are a person from the 90s or 80s, you may have definitely probably heard of this game. And that is Afterburner. More so Afterburner 2. I love Afterburner series. It has been bloody amazing throughout all of its lifetime, and I just can't recommend this highly enough. It is full of like, just the controls are great. The different friggin' zones that you go into as you're going through things, amazing. And just everything about it in general is like super top notch. Anyway, I'll explain that a bit more. Let's have a look at the gameplay as well as we're speaking about it. Let's go. 3.
So yeah, this is Afterburner. Well, Afterburner 2 to be more specific. So this game is really, really, really fun. Like, it's very fast paced, and your aim is simply you get more score the more you travel or the more you destroy. But you also have enemies coming at you. You'll have missiles fired at you, just as we've just seen. And there's many different variants of levels as you go on. Now, interestingly enough, this game was actually not only on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, it was actually also in the arcades. Again, the arcade version is a bit more, how can I put it? It's a bit more better for graphics. It's like going from PS2 to PS3, really. It's a bit of alright. It's really fun. You can also change the speed. You're limited with the amount of shots that you've actually got as well, as much as you are shooting bullets constantly out the front of the airplane. And consequently, this has had many sequels. I believe the last one was actually on the Xbox 360. So yeah, it's definitely worth a pick up, whether you get a new one or old one. most of the Afterburner series is really fun. So definitely a big recommend from me.
So yes, everyone, that brings us to the end of our video after speaking about Afterburner and having a look at that game. Again, this video is more of a trial than a dedicated segment that will be here on the channel. But obviously, it honestly does depend on the feedback that we get from the video. So if you do like the video or you want to see how we can improve this, put it in the comments below and give me a thumbs up. Okay, because that is honestly going to be the difference between me carrying on with this and putting out more videos like this, or not doing any of these kinds of videos. But I super like this personally. I really hope you have as well. I love you all. And hey, let's say if we get something crazy, what's something crazy that I never would fucking get, like, ever? If I get 30 likes, I will put up another video like this within the week. Within the week. I don't think I'd do Sega Mega Drive though. It'd probably be something different, like what's clickbaity? I don't know, something like either GBA or PlayStation or PS2, something like that. So we'll obviously keep it on track with what we've always done, in a sense. But I really, really hope you guys have all enjoyed this. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I love you all. Take care. I will either see you on the next video or I will see you on stream on Twitch. Bye, cuties. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Yeah.